Hello, TikTok. Oh, what? TikTok? Pause. Restart that. Hello and good morning, YouTube. How's everyone doing today? I just had a little brain fart. It's too early. Y'all, it's not even 7 o'clock yet. First of all, I woke up with a whole bunch of energy. I don't know where it came from, but I'm a morning person, so I'm kind of used to it. But I woke up really happy and excited and ecstatic today. And I just finished this drawing. I just finished this sketch that I did of Spider-Man, but it's kind of giving alien head with a spiderweb mask. It's not really giving Spider-Man to me, but it's okay because it was my first time. You know what? You just got to keep trying, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Anyway, this is my third, I think either third or fourth Mental Health Mondays. I apologize that I didn't do one last week. There was a lot going on. First of all, last Monday was my birthday / President's Day, and I was busy that day, and then the rest of the week I just did more drawings and doodles with Daji. So check back and look at those before you continue to watch this one, because videos were posted last week if you missed them. But anyway, this is Mental Health Mondays. Welcome back. Before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with somebody, anybody. Truly, this might help somebody, so it might even help you. So please stay tuned. Watch the whole thing. It may help you. You might have questions that I can give you the answers to, and you just might learn something today. You just might learn something listening to Daji today. So yes, welcome back to my Mental Health Mondays, and let's get started. Today we're going to be talking about thinking, how our brain works, and well, specifically we're going to be doing CBT, which stands for Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. Now, this is something that I'm practicing with my therapist. And she gave me, the last time I went, she gave me this paper, and this is what I wanted to share with you guys, because when I went into my session, I basically told her that I overthink a lot, and I'm having trouble focusing on the positivity that's going on in my life right now. There's a lot of good things happening. There's been a lot of good things happening for years upon years upon years, but for some reason, my brain loves to revisit and think about like the trauma, the childhood trauma, and it likes to think about, like, sometimes I'll get stuck, like I have flashbacks like all day, every day, and sometimes like I'll actually get stuck in my flashbacks. Have you guys ever heard of for some reason I want to call it the 30-yard stare, but that's not it. It's the something yard stare. I'm gonna put it right here. The something yard stare, where it originated from was soldiers coming back from war, and these soldiers had PTSD, from hurting people and killing people, and seeing and going through what they went through. And when they would come home to their spouse or their kids or whatever, and they would just be like dazed out, or they would be like just zoned out, looking out into nowhere, and there's nothing there, and they're not really like speaking or saying anything. They had that, I want to say 30-yard stare, but I don't think that's the name of it. Anyway, whatever name it is, yeah, I do that a lot. Like I can be at a grocery store, I can be in my room, I could be doing the dishes, I could be watching TV or listening to music, and I'll just zone out. And a lot of the times it's negative thoughts that are happening, like as I'm spaced out. It's never really any positive things. It's like, it's always, most of the time it's negative. I can't say I never have positive thoughts when I'm spaced out. It's just the majority of them are negative. So anyway, I went into my therapist telling her that, and she basically gave me this paper. I'm gonna read what the top of the paper says. First of all, this is titled Thought, Feeling, Behavior Triangle. And it says, each of these three things interact and influence each other. An individual starts with the thought that creates feelings. Thoughts and feelings can affect a behavior. Reflect on situations where these three things would apply to decisions made in your life, and write the ideas down in this triangle. So instead of writing on this paper, because it's too small, I'm gonna be writing on my whiteboard today. So today we have props going on. So this is what she showed me. Thoughts, behavior, and feelings. And it's gonna go like this, right? So this is where it starts. Thoughts. Can we control our thoughts? You can control your thoughts, yes, to a certain extent. However, our brain does something where it releases automatic thoughts, and those are the thoughts you cannot control. And I'm gonna get into that when I do my little diagram on here so you can see this better. But anyway, thoughts, behavior, and feelings. So I'm gonna take this and put it onto here. I'm about to transfer it, so give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Now, I have to stand up for this video because this lesson is really good and I need a space. So I transferred everything over to let me bring you closer. I transferred everything over to the whiteboard. I'm gonna have to squat. Okay, transferred everything over to the whiteboard. This is the thought, feeling, behavior triangle, as you can see, okay? Now, oh gosh, my handwriting is so slanted, what the heck? Okay, anyway, you have thoughts, behavior, and feeling. And as you can see, this is how the process works, right? Now, it starts here. It starts with your thoughts. What am I thinking today? It could be something like, I'm at school. Let's say today's a big test day. Hold on. I need to fix, hold on 1 second. Whoa, that was crazy. Hold on, y'all. All right, I'm back. Hopefully that doesn't fall. But, okay. As you can see, I transferred everything. This is our thought, feeling, behavior triangle, okay? And I'm about to break it down to you guys. This is basically how my therapist described it to me, and I want to relay it to you because it might help somebody. So we're gonna start with our thoughts. Let's say you're in school, correct? And you have this big math final coming up, and you take the final. Not even a final, it's just a regular test. You're in the middle of the semester. Let's say you have a math test coming up and you take the test, and of course you're gonna be nervous, anxious, you know, you're about to take a test. Who's ever relaxed and chilled before they take a test? Maybe some people, but a lot of us get anxious, correct? So automatically you're thinking, oh my gosh, am I gonna do good? Am I gonna do bad? Your thoughts start racing, correct? Now you take the test, you get your test back, and you see that you did not pass. You failed. Let's start with here. Oh my gosh, I failed my test. I got an F. I didn't pass. That right there is called your automatic thought. That's something you cannot change. You do not have control over. As much as you try to control it, it's not really gonna work. Now, those were just your automatic thoughts, correct? This part is where, this is the part that we can control. You had your automatic thoughts, right? Oh my gosh, I failed. I didn't pass. I got an F. Now, what happens after that is what causes this. Oh my gosh, I failed my test. I'm a failure. I'm worthless. I'm useless. I'm never going to amount to anything. I should just lie on the floor and die. Because some people really think like that. Some people really think like that. And it's like, because they allowed those thoughts to trickle off and they started speaking all those negative things about themselves, it's like that's why you would start to behave different, because you allowed those automatic thoughts to keep going. So you failed your test. Oh my gosh, I'm a failure. I'm never going to amount to anything. I'm just lying on the floor and die. Because you feel that, because you started thinking that way, now you're going to start behaving different, because now you're gonna have the attitude and now you're gonna have the attitude and you're gonna start thinking like, why should I even try? Why bother? What's the point? Now you're not really gonna put effort into anything because you've been teaching and telling yourself that you're a failure and you're never gonna amount to anything. So now because you think that way, you're behaving different. And when you start to behave different and not care about anything, your feelings start to disappear. Your feelings, you start to get less and less feelings because you literally do not care about anything. And where did that start? It started with you thinking because you failed your test that you were a failure, you're never going to amount to anything, you're useless, never going to get a job, never going to graduate college, none of that stuff. I'm never going to accomplish anything. So why try? These are your thoughts. Those are your thoughts. So then you start acting out. Probably start showing up late to class. Maybe you stop studying before all your quizzes now, all your exams. It's like, why bother? Why try? Now your actions are different. Because your actions are different, you're feeling different. Now you can also reverse it. Because in the beginning I said it was like this. But honestly, it can go like this. It can go this way. It can go that way. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because no matter which one of these you start with, it's going to affect the other two. You can wake up in a bad mood, because it does happen to some of us. Sometimes we just wake up and we're not feeling the day. We're not feeling like ourselves. We're kind of in a funk. It's like, I don't really want to talk to anyone today. I don't really want to be around anybody today. Those are your feelings. Your automatic feelings would be, I woke up in a slump, not really feeling today. I'm not really feeling the best. I don't know what happened. I just woke up not feeling okay. Those are your feelings. Those are the automatic thoughts. Now the feelings that would like trickle along after that, the ripple effect that would happen after those automatic thoughts would be, because I feel so bad, I'm just going to isolate myself. Because I feel like crap today, I'm going to feel like crap for the rest of the week. The rest of the week is going to be horrible because I'm having this one bad day today. The rest of the week, like why would the rest of the week be good if today was absolutely horrible, if today was bad? Then you start behaving different. I'm not going to try. I'm going to wear pajamas every single day, all day, every day. Hardly take a shower. Hardly leave my room. Then you put yourself in a funk. You put yourself in the slump. So then that's going to affect your thoughts. I've been feeling this way for so long. I'm isolating myself. I should just give up. Maybe I should just give up. Then you start talking to yourself. Your thoughts. You start talking to yourself. Maybe I should just give up. Why try? Why bother? Why talk to people? What's the point of having relationships, friendships? Like what? Why? Start thinking, I'm going to be depressed for the rest of my life. I am going to be sad for the rest of my life. This depression, this anxiety, it's not going to let up. I'm going to be like this forever. I'm going to feel this way forever. Self-harming forever. It's never going to stop. People really think like this. I think like this sometimes. Yes, I'll admit it. Yeah, I think that way. It's like sometimes it really does feel like it's the end of the world. And it's not. But I wanted to show you guys this. Moral of the story is you have to be in control of yourself. And when I went to go talk to my therapist, I was telling her how so eagerly and so bad, like I want to focus on the positive and the good stuff I have going on in my life right now. I said, why can't I focus on that? Why do I keep thinking about the past and the bad stuff? She was like, and she broke it down to me. When those automatic thoughts come, you can't change that, but you can change the thoughts that come afterwards. So in my scenario, it's like, yes, you went through this. Yes, you went through that. Yes, this still hurts. But are you going to be going through it for the rest of your life? No. No, you're not. Are you out of it? Yes, you are. So stop isolating yourself. Stop being so angry at the world, going off on people, just being mean, just lashing out. Of course, I have to get pushed to that point. I'm not just walking around cussing people out. I have to get pushed to that point. But it's like when I do explode, though, it's like really bad. Because I've built up anger and stuff that I need to release. Because all that stuff happened, it had me feeling like, yeah, I am going to be depressed for the rest of my life. Depression is something I battle with on a daily basis. It's not easy for me to just get up and go out and talk to people and interact with the world. A lot of the times, yes, I do want to isolate myself and be alone and just deal with it, but then sometimes that makes it worse. Sometimes you have to be social. You have to talk, you have to let it out with a trusted somebody. You have to really pay attention who you're choosing to be vulnerable with, because not everyone is good for you and not everyone's going to be a good listener. So start over. Well, honestly, it doesn't matter where you start. That's why all the arrows are pointed in both directions, because either way it's gonna affect you somehow. So lashing out, angry at the world, cussing people out and stuff, arguing, feeling alone, depressed, just sad. Now I'm thinking I'm probably going to be like this forever. I'm not going to want to establish any type of connection with anybody, with nobody. Because this happened to me, because I went through A, B, C, D, and E, I'm going to be alone forever. I'm going to be by myself forever. I want to be alone forever. It doesn't work like that. So I'm sorry if that did not make sense. Like, I know I'm kind of like all over the place, but to put it in more simple terms, you took that math test, you were anxious, you failed the math test. The thoughts that came afterwards were, oh my gosh, because first thoughts were, I failed the math test. Can't control that. Yeah, it's gonna come. Failed the math test. How you choose to go about it afterwards is the part that you can control. Don't allow yourself to fall into that rabbit hole of your thoughts. Because just because you failed that test doesn't make you a failure. You get what I'm saying? Just because you didn't pass your driving test the first time doesn't mean you don't know how to drive. And it doesn't mean you're a horrible driver. It just means you need to try it again and practice. And maybe you didn't have the best instructor. Maybe you didn't have the best teacher. That's not your fault. We all learn differently. That's the part I want you guys to focus on. It's like, yes, this happened. Yes, I did this. Yes, they did this to me. But the thoughts that come along afterwards is completely up to you. And when you learn to take control of those thoughts, you'll start behaving differently. You'll start feeling different. It all starts with thoughts. It all starts with here. What are you telling yourself? How are you speaking to yourself? How are you talking to yourself? Are you being kind to yourself? Are you speaking life into yourself? Are you being positive? When you talk and think about yourself, is it on a more negative aspect? Oh my gosh, like I'm so fat, I'm so worthless, I'm so useless, I'm a nobody. Is it like that? Or is it, you know what, I may not be the best at that, but I'm gonna keep trying. I may have done this today and it wasn't the best, but you know what? It's okay, because I'm only human. And I'm gonna try again tomorrow. I'm gonna get up again and try again tomorrow. I may have this blemish, or my hair's not looking the best today, but I'm not ugly. It's like, I am beautiful. I am handsome. I am somebody. Start speaking life into yourself. Start being more loving and kind to yourself. This matters. All of this matters. And it's all linked together. When you learn to get control of your thoughts, life will become a little bit easier. I'm not going to say all your problems are just going to go away. But when you learn to control your thoughts and really stand firm in that, no, brain, stop for a sec, relax. We got this. It's going to be okay. Really tell yourself that. If you're like me and those flashbacks start happening, and sometimes you might want to cry, or you might get upset all over again, or angry all over again, it's just stop for a second and take a deep breath and tell yourself, you are not in that situation anymore. You are not that little girl anymore. You are all grown up. Life has progressed so much since that happened. You're not going to be that little girl forever. You're not going to be scared forever. You're not going to be timid forever. Life does go on. How do you choose for your life to go on? Are you going to remain stagnant in the trauma and the emotions and the negative feelings? Or are you going to push it to the side, say, yeah, it happened. I'm dealing with it. If I haven't dealt with it already, I'm dealing with it. I'm going to keep dealing with it until I don't think about it anymore. Because you can't give up. So what are you going to do? Learn to take control. I feel like we really lose sight and understanding on how powerful we are and how strong we are as beings. Not even human beings, but as beings, as the light that's inside of us. We have so much power. Take control. Start saying, I am a good person. And I'm gonna continue to be a good person to whomever I come across every single day. And when you start thinking like that, you're gonna start behaving like that. You're gonna walk outside smiling at strangers, saying good morning to people, instead of walking around with your head down, not wanting to make eye contact with people, not wanting to smile at anyone. Then you're gonna feel good because you're putting out that good energy. You're choosing to make a difference. You're choosing to change and shift something. And it all started with your thoughts. How am I gonna feel today? How am I gonna react today when life gets to me and people start trying me? What am I gonna do? You can go about this triangle so many ways, so many different ways. But I hope the way I just described it to you helped. I truly do. I really hope I wasn't too much all over the place and all this other stuff. But we're going to end it right there. Take control of your thoughts. When you take control of your thoughts, you behave better. When you behave better, you start feeling better. Take control of your feelings. Once you have control of your feelings, you start to behave better. When you start to behave better, you start to think better. Take control of your behavior. When you behave differently, you start to feel differently. When you start to feel differently, you start to think differently. It all matters. It all makes sense. It is all connected some way, somehow. All of it. And it all starts with you. It all starts with you and what comes from within, okay? So please start being more kind to yourself. Start speaking more life into yourself. Start being more positive and watch things start to change in your life, okay? Thank you so much if you watched this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much if you watched this whole thing. Please stay tuned for my next Mental Health Mondays, which will be dropping next Monday. Until then, continue to spread love, joy, kindness, and positivity out into the universe and watch all that good energy travel back to you, okay? I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. I hope you have a beautiful week. And use this. Train yourself on this. And just start practicing, okay? That's all I have for you guys. Until next time, stay tuned for my next Doodles with Daji vlog, cooking video, whatever I decide to do, okay? I'll see you guys next time.